What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Nerd Night News video. We haven't done one of these in a while. I've been waiting on some news to come out about some stuff so we could talk about it. Let's get into the first topic of the day. And this one comes from Video Games Chronicle. GTA 6 hacker suspect pleads not guilty to computer misuse charges. The teenager has also been linked to Uber, Microsoft, and Nvidia security breaches. 17-year-old reportedly arrested on suspicion of hacking Rockstar Games and Uber is pleading not guilty to charges of computer misuse. Appearing at Specialist London Youth Court, the teenager boy denied using his phone to hack these sites, Bloomberg Law reports. City of London police arrested a teenager in Oxfordshire last week and charged him with 2 counts of breach of bail conditions and 2 counts of computer misuse. Prosecutor Valerie Benjamin said in court that the suspect had used a phone to hack into companies and was holding them to ransom to gain access to illegally obtained software. The judge referred the case to a higher court where it will be heard with a similar matter at a later date. The teen, who is said to associate with a hacking group called Lapsus, was also reportedly arrested earlier this year for hacking Microsoft and Nvidia. Among the games' industry's most high-profile dailies, more than an hour of Grand Theft Auto 6 development footage was published online this month via an anonymous user posting on the GTA Forums website. So that is interesting news that the person who is probably, who is supposedly responsible for these things has been charged. This is in connection with the cases from federal, investigators from America and joint operations in the UK. Interesting that this happened. We'll have to see where this goes, whether this person actually did it. You know, the whole we need to go through the legal process, find out if they actually did the things that they're being accused of doing. But it is very interesting that 17-year-olds managed to do all this. I see them having a very bright future if they decide to go into, data security. There is a lot of job opportunities out there for hackers who show exceptional talent, because companies want to hire them. Because why punish someone who has hacked you or has hacked other people when you can hire them in order to investigate your systems and to ensure that you don't have any data vulnerabilities? It will be interesting to see where this goes. Moving on, though, to our second story of the game, and this comes from Game Luster. Slime Rancher 2 sells over 300,000 copies in less than a week. Yes, Slime Rancher 2 is out. I have not played it yet. I plan on playing it, though. I might play it on Friday. I think on Friday we'll have a bit of a different day and we'll play Slime Rancher 2. Because I want to play it. I want to see what's different. I want to see what they've expanded upon. So, I really, really enjoy playing the first game. It's a lot of fun. I haven't seen what they've done with the second game, but it has sold 300,000 copies in less than a week. The announcement was posted on Twitter by director of Slime Rancher and Monomi Park CEO Nick Popovich. He also shares that the game has 95% positive score on Steam, which comes from over 6,000 reviews. So it seems to be trending well. It seems to be doing well. And I'm glad. I'm glad that the game is doing well. The first game was a lot of fun. And it's always nice to see the sequel do well. Obviously, as I said, I want to play the game. I want to see how it's expanded upon it. Then we'll actually do a review of the game and see, what it's like and what we feel and how we like it. But yeah, Slime Rancher 2's out. Check it out. It's on Xbox Games Pass for PC. Moving on to the third topic of the day. This one comes from GameSpot, and I'm not going to read through it all. It's mainly just the title. Disney reportedly wants 2 Star Wars games per year. The publisher said to be pushing for 1 big AAA game and 1 smaller game every fiscal year going forward, which is interesting. Star Wars games. Lucasfilms has never really... They've published games, right? They've always published games. We've had a lot of Star Wars games, and a lot of them being really good. And I enjoy playing Star Wars games, but we've never really had that fixation on having Star Wars games come out, right? It's sort of, if they come out, great. If they don't, sort of, okay. But it seems like Disney wants to have a set-up system where, they push to have games coming out every single year. And I think it could be a good thing. If it's done right and the games are done right, it could be a good thing. I don't think they could do it from one studio. Like, that's impossible. I really hope they're not going to do it from one studio. I hope that they're going to make sure that it's multiple different studios producing different types of Star Wars games and not just one, because you know how that works. I hope to go to more... I'll say this. Don't get mad at me. I hope to go to a Call of Duty model, but I hope they don't go to the Call of Duty standard. And when I say the Call of Duty model, I mean multiple studios working on games over years. So maybe 3 studios working on games, and then have it so, you know, they work on a game for 3 years, but you get a game each year because there's 3 studios, obviously. So one drops, then the other one, you know, comes out the next year. But they've already had 3 years to work on the game, so it's polished and stuff. That's what I'd hope would happen. We'll have to see where that goes. You know, you never know. We'll see what the next Star Wars games are like. We'll see what they schedule, what to come up with, what the plan is. But I am excited if the games are good. If the games are good, having a Star Wars game every year could be a phenomenal thing for the gaming community. I think sometimes you feel very starved with Star Wars games. Like, the last Star Wars game that I played that I enjoyed was Star Wars Fallen Order. So I would like to see more games of that sort, because I really think that they do have a place in the gaming sphere and that a lot of people do enjoy them. I really did enjoy Star Wars Fallen Order. I've enjoyed a lot of Star Wars games. Battlefront... You know, the Battlefront games, the remakes, I didn't really enjoy them, not as much as the original. But that's just me, that's a personal thing. I just really couldn't get into them as much. They felt too dicey for me. But, you know, the other story-driven games, the Force Unleashed, stuff like that, the Lego games, like, all them, love them. So, if we're gonna get more of that kind of content, that single player, I am all down for that, certainly. Moving on to the 4th story of the day. This comes from Polygon. Netflix's next big gaming move is opening its own game studio. So, Netflix has bought some game studios, according to this article. And I haven't really been paying attention to it because... and most of the games are on iOS and Android. I don't play iOS or Android, I play on PC. So for me, it's not really a thing that I look into or really care about. But Netflix is, you know, going to move to create its own game studio. I feel like if they're going to do that, they really need to start getting the games on desktop then, and on consoles. I understand why they're going for the mobile market. The mobile market's huge, and they can make massive profits off the mobile market. Don't get me wrong, not criticising it. You know, there's a lot of money to be had there, so it makes sense from a business perspective that they have studios working on that. But I would also like to see them bring more versatile, quality games to traditional platforms, if you want to put it in that way, because there is a lot of potential there for there to be some good. And I'm not saying Netflix could do it badly. There is some stuff, they have IPs to stuff, they have original works, they have these studios that they're building, they could come up with some ideas. You know, we could have a Shadowhunters game or something. I don't know. I'm not promising anything, I'm not saying anything, I don't know what they're going to do. But I would like to see them branch out to other platforms, because I feel like that would be a good thing. So far, they only really published to iOS and Android. I haven't really looked into it. I might do at some point, but I won't really play them on the phone. I'm not gonna lie. For me, it's PC all the way. That's not me being elitist. I just prefer playing on PC because I can change my gaming experience in so many different ways that make it better for me as a person and a gamer. But moving into the final story of the day, and this is that E3 will return in June 2023. The supposed dates for the return are currently to be June 13th to June 16th, and then there's also going to be Gamer Days running on June 15th and June 16th. So there's going to be like about 3 days of stuff, and that's going to be happening in June 2023. It says that they've got a team that they're working on it with, who's worked on other productions like Star Wars Celebration and PAX. So it's not like they're not doing it with a team. But basically, the gist of the article is that they want to get back that E3 E3 has always been one of the biggest, you know, events of the year, if not the biggest event of the year previously. And then they had issues with getting things done. I don't want to get into it because I know we've all heard the words, we know all the stories, we've all lived through it, so we don't need to bring up what the big bad word is in the room and all that. But it looks like in 2023 they're going to be doing a comeback. We're going to have a proper in-person gaming event. it's going to be, you know, the same. They want to get back to the former glory before everything changed, right? And on them, good on them. I would love to see E3 come back. I've never been to E3, obviously. I haven't had the opportunity, but I have watched E3 events, and when I watch the E3 events, there've always been some, you know, really big releases and some stuff there that's really made it fun and enjoyable. Anyways, for the final part of the video, we're going to watch 2 trailers. So, let me get them loaded up right now. Okay, the first trailer is The Store is Closed, which is about a horror simulator that revolves around the idea of IKEA. If anyone's ever been to IKEA, you know how much of a horrible situation that can be. There's 2 kinds of people in the world, the people who love IKEA and the people who don't. I am one of the people who don't. But here we go. Enjoy, guys.
I tried to find help, but there's something wrong with the staff. Even worse, at night, the lights go out.
Store is shut.
Yeah, guys. This is my nightmares about IKEA.
I survived on food from the cafes I could find around me. But lately, the staff...
Also, let me know your IKEA horror stories down below. I'd love to know your experiences in IKEA.
Deeper into the store.
My mind, it's like being in a prison. That's how it feels for me when I go to IKEA. As you can see, crazy things go on in this version.
Store is closed.
Now live on Kickstarter. So yeah. Okay, so Trifox is an interesting platformer game that is coming out at some point soon. I am not sure exactly when it's coming out, but I do look forward to seeing when it does come out. But yeah, it looks like an interesting game with the way it works. Let me actually check where it's coming out, because this is the release date trailer.
In Europe going crazy over this.
Wishlist on Steam. It's coming to them. Oh, here we are. Nintendo Switch, 13th of October. PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS is coming out on the 14th of October. PS4 and PS5 is to be decided. So that's when the dates are coming out. And the wishlist on Steam says that the game will be coming out on the 14th of October 2022 on Steam. So there's the dates for the game. Yeah, it looks interesting the way it plays. You got music, you got like this. Fighting style's interesting and stuff. But it's definitely something to look out for. It looks quite quite a fun game. It gives me some Crash vibes. I don't know why I get like Crash vibes from this. I know it's not obviously Crash, but I get like weird Crash vibes sometimes. I think it's the music. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. There we go, Steam, Xbox, Epic, blah blah blah. And thanks for, you know, watching. This is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Thank you for watching. And I hope you've enjoyed the news.